Welcome to Grow With Angie. We are outside. I am so excited. I think we finally hit our spring into summer, and I'm still going to be doing all of my indoor gardening. Don't worry about that. But it's time to get some videos in on what we're doing outside. And I'm excited about this project, making trellises with cattle panels. Let's go inside and take a look. So I live in the middle of the woods, and so do my neighbors. There's a little chainsaw going out in the background, so I hope that's not too much of a distraction. But I wanted to bring you out today and show you these cattle panels. Each one of these is a single cattle panel. If you want to make a longer tunnel, then you can attach 2 or 3 or however long you want your trellis to be. We chose 2 for each one long section. We drove stakes into the ground. We actually used the stake clips, and everything is super solid. So we're really happy with how it turned out. And between the 2 cattle panels, we went ahead and added some wire to clip them together so it makes it one big solid unit. This one is a single cattle panel, so you can see how much shorter it is. And this one, I already planted some seeds down below for any type of vining type plant. So I'm going to have just some beautiful flowers right here, things to bring in the butterflies, the hummingbirds, and the bees, which we need for the garden. Back in this corner is another single cattle panel. Also, we have individual ones that we cut in half. And these are not bent at all, and this is where we're going to be putting all of the tomatoes, and they will have something to lean up against. But the single ones are going to be for something that needs to be by itself, like sugar snap peas or pole beans. If we blend those in with any of the larger plants like the squash or the cucumbers, they are too delicate and could get overrun by those bigger plants. So that's how we decided to do some of the singles and some of the doubles. Now let's talk real quick about how to get these up. So having it down on the ground and bending it this way and holding on to the ends, then you can attach some ratchet straps to each side and ratchet it in to whatever width and height that you want. I'm 5'3", so this is around 6 feet tall is what we're at right now. Once you have ratchet straps hooked towards the top and 2 on the bottoms, you can kind of let go and it will spring to this shape, and then you can easily just lift it up. Now, it's best to have 2 people to do this. Once this is standing up but still hooked together with the ratchet straps, it will kind of stay in shape, but it is very wobbly. There's nothing that it's attached to yet. So I simply stood inside and held it in place while my husband decided where these stakes were going to be. When he got ready to pound these in, I grabbed this, pulled it back so he had room to pound down the stake. Then we pushed them back to make sure everything was lined up. And once all 4 stakes were in, we could undo the ratchet straps and let it spring into place. Now, our garden definitely goes down a slope, so we had to keep the poles perpendicular to the ground and kind of just let it do its natural sloping, which is fine. It turned out wonderful. We're super happy with these, and I can't wait until they are totally covered with plants. But that also means that they're totally covered with plants, we're all the way through the summer, and I'm not ready to be there yet. I'm going to enjoy the spring and getting started out here and trying this project for the first time. We love strawbale gardening. Don't get me wrong, I still love it. But with the prices of strawbales going up, this is something that's a little bit more permanent and we don't have to replace all the time. And it gave us a lot of extra space on the ground where we can now do more carrots and more corn and any type of a root vegetable, even potatoes. We have a whole idea planned out. So stay tuned for how this project is going to work. I will continue to do videos as we plant things and as things are starting to grow. We also ran some soaker hoses down on the ground, and we just had enough to do this large section over here. We are hoping to get more of the soaker hoses so we can wrap them around each one, and then it will be really easy to turn on the hose that we have set up in here. This is our simple hose system, just a 2x4 pounded into the ground, and then we have the hose attachment so we can have lots of hoses running throughout the garden, and we'll just try and get as many soaker hoses out as we can and also let the natural rain do its part. Stay tuned as we continue this outdoor project. I'm so super excited to share this with you guys. So if you want to continue this gardening journey, with me as I trip over a hose, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next episode of Grow with Angie.